Hey guys, Hannah back here. So today I am showing you how I do my brows. So the only thing I use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color chocolate. So I'm taking that and then this winged eyeliner brush from Eco Tools, and you see I'm rubbing it between my fingers and it makes it super tiny, like right here you'll see. And this just gives me a very precise line when drawing them, so like I don't overdraw or anything, but I just slightly dip it into the pomade very lightly because you don't want like too much on there. And then now I am just starting at the very beginning of my brow and I am just following the natural shape of my brow. I don't overdraw or anything. So as you can see, I'm just following that shape. And now at the end, you'll see like I don't follow the shape at the end. Instead, I simply just like follow in almost a completely straight line just because I prefer this type of shape on my brows. It just looks better on me in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, just going all the way out almost in a completely straight line. And just a little bit of disclaimer, I haven't plucked my eyebrows in a good minute, so that's why they're looking a little busted. But yeah. So now I'm just like, you see like my eyebrows start a little late in my opinion, so I just like overdrew them like, and like at the beginning, as you saw I just did there, I just simply like, I drew them in a little more, so they weren't even, but I fixed that and I finished fixing it off camera. But now I'm just going in up top and I do the same thing. I start right there, right after like the beginning. I don't know, I kind of start like a quarter of the way in my brow, and then because I like an ombre look when doing my brows. But now with my arch, I don't do a pointed arch because like I don't consider this a pointed arch. I don't know, I just don't really like pointed arches on me, so I do like more of a smooth like rounded arch as I'm doing here. And then after this, I just take whatever is left over on the brush, like the product left over, and then as well as that really harsh line at the beginning, and I just blend it up like that, and it gives me like an ombre look. And then I'll take my finger and like kind of get rid of like that, the start of that line. I know I probably shouldn't use my finger, but that's what I always do. It just works best for me. Yep, doing it right there. Now I'm just going to take the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and I'm just going to wipe away like the powder. Oh, there's me sneezing. But I'm just going to wipe away that translucent powder on my forehead so that I can start to like shape and sculpt my brows with foundation. So I do use my foundation, and today I was using Maybelline Full Coverage Foundation in the color 220. And I just put a little bit of that on the lid, as you can see here. And then I'll take this Eco Tools concealer brush and I will literally just start sculpting out my brows. So as you can see, like I said before, I haven't plucked my eyebrows in a while. But I do fix it. I think I, like off camera, I do like cut down my brows a little bit at the beginning there because I couldn't really get them to cooperate like I had been. So it was time to trim them down a bit. But anyway, as you can see, I'm like sculpting them down a lot from where I drew them. Drawing them on top is kind of more of a guideline to the shape that I'm going to like cut them down to using foundation. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just like my brows a bit thinner, so you'll see like in a minute like I sculpt them down a lot, so you can see right here how much I sculpted them down. But I'm just doing the same thing on the next brow, and I use foundation on top just because it's easier for me to blend into my forehead. I don't really like it light on top like I do on the bottom. I do concealer on the bottom because I use it like as a primer for my eyeshadow, and also I like to highlight my brow bone with it. So that's why I do it on the bottom. But see here, like I couldn't really get like cover that up a lot and it just looked weird. So I did off camera. You'll see the difference right here. Off camera I did like have to do something with that. So now I'm just going in with the Maybelline concealer, and I think, yeah, this is in the color Sand, but I'm using that Eco Tools brush again, and I'm simply going right under. This is literally just to like clean the line up, and like I said before, highlight my brow bone and use it as like a primer for my eyeshadow. That's why there's so much. Like if I wasn't using it as a primer for my eyeshadow, then I definitely wouldn't use this much. But I'm just following the line and then connecting it like at the end to that foundation like before. So as you can see, I'm just trying to get this line as straight as possible. And I use these Eco Tools brush, and let me tell you, they're so inexpensive, and they're literally like the best brushes like I use. Not sponsored, but anyway, yeah, they're great brushes. I definitely do recommend them. I like them at least. So I do yeah, see I'm like brushing it off a little bit because there was quite a bit of concealer on there. But now I'm just doing the same thing on the other brow. And my good brow is my left brow, or on the screen it's my right brow. That is just like my best brow. My other one doesn't like to cooperate. But like I said in the video, I'm using a very small beauty blender. You could see the size comparison with my hand, but to help me, I use the tip of it, and it literally helps me blend it so much, because we all know how hard it is to blend out our eyebrow concealer. It's so difficult, but if you use the tip, it seems to help it a bit. So that's what I do. The top isn't really hard for me to blend because I use foundation, so that's a tip too. But yeah, just use the tip of that. But there's my eyebrows, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.